Thank goodness it's Friday, April 18th, and you're watching GameSpot News. I'm Chris Waters, here to kick off your weekend with a look back at the week's top 5 stories. Which quote, announcement, reveal, happening, or celebrity selfie will take the number 1 slot? Let's find out. PAX East concluded in Boston earlier this week, spawning 2 great GameSpot panels, a bunch of pox-ridden gamers, and some new footage of Diablo III running on the PlayStation 4. A video posted to GameSpot shows the game running in 1080p at 60 frames per second, with commentary from the developers illuminating many of the new systems that will ship with the so-called Ultimate Evil Edition. There's no PS4 release date announced as of yet, but that's a better fate than the Xbox One version, which may never even launch, depending on how things shake out between Blizzard and Microsoft. Sony is saying sayonara to its stake in Square Enix, unloading 9.52 million shares in a transaction worth about $47 million. It's tempting to view this as a rebuke to the recent incarnations of Final Fantasy, especially if you played Lightning Returns, but Sony has been making cost-cutting moves for about a year now, having announced that it will sell 2 major office buildings, lay off thousands of employees, and even sell its PC division as a means to return to profitability. No word yet on how that secret chocobo breeding program will be affected by this deal.
What the heck is that?
The release of Watch Dogs is just over a month away, barring any further delays, and the creative director recently shared the PC specs you'll need to be a phone-obsessed vigilante on ultra settings. If you've got an Intel Core i7 4770K with a GeForce 780, you're good to go. If not, then you might want to take a look at the minimum and recommended system requirements as posted on GameSpot. The requirements don't specifically mention wearing an actual baseball cap and trench coat while you play the game, but after seeing Danny O'Dwyer dressed up in the latest episode of The Point, you might want to reconsider. Though it's in the number 2 slot, this next story is number 1 in my heart because I love Civilization, and there's gonna be more Civilization, and it's gonna be in space. Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth is the spiritual successor to Alpha Centauri, and once again players will leave Earth to colonize a new planet. Alien life will offer new challenges and new resources, while the tech web will allow non-linear technological advancement. There's a ton more details in our week-long coverage of the announcement, so be sure to check it out and tell me which one of the new win conditions appeals to you most. My personal choice is Harmony, in which you awaken a semi-sentient superorganism within the planet and reach a new level of consciousness. Awesome. The biggest news of the week broke yesterday as the NPD announced that for the 3rd month in a row, the PlayStation 4 has outsold the Xbox One. Even with Titanfall topping the charts as the best-selling game, the Xbox One is still significantly behind the PS4. Consider this. The PS4 has sold 7 million units through to customers, whereas the Xbox One has sold only 5 million units through to retailers, meaning they're still counting systems that are sitting on store shelves. That's not great for Microsoft, as they were probably hoping for a boost from their big exclusive, but system wars are good for the industry as a whole, which is up 3% over last year at this time, thanks largely to the brisk hardware sales. And that's it! Now you can head into your weekend armed with all sorts of scintillating conversational tidbits that I can't guarantee anyone else is going to find interesting. But you did, and that's why we love you. Thanks for watching, folks. Have a great weekend.